So, what are your neutrals? Because guess what? They're actually not the same for everyone. My name is Leah. I am a virtual style coach and I help people elevate their personal brand through style. And in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about color analysis and how it impacts the neutrals that you will wear. A neutral color is usually referred to as a muted color. It lacks strong saturation and it appears to have little color. So examples are often white, black, cream, gray, you name it. Now, everyone has neutrals in their wardrobe usually, right? It is kind of the foundation that allows us to mix and match pieces and create multiple things within a wardrobe that will go with each other. So neutrals are very important. However, not everyone's neutrals are the same. If you've ever heard of a color season, it is the idea that there are certain colors that look best on you based on your undertones and the general contrast of your face. There are tons of different systems that use color season analysis, everywhere from 4 seasons to 16 seasons. Everyone has a different preference as to what system they use and why, but the general basis of all of these systems are going to come down into 4 categories, which are spring, summer, winter, and autumn. In those 4 seasons, there is both cool and warm toned people. Now, there are also neutral people, and they can be a little bit difficult to type, but for the most part, we're looking at cool versus warm. So depending on what color season you're in will determine what neutrals look best on you. People with higher contrast do better with higher contrast neutrals like stark white and stark black. And people with lower contrast do better with lower contrast neutrals like beiges and creams. And believe it or not, even though these neutrals seem to be colorless, they do often lean warm or cool. So you will also be looking for the leaning color that associates with your color season. So for example, you might be wearing more of a brown gray than a dark gray. In order to determine the neutrals that look best on you, you do have to know if you fall into spring, winter, summer, or autumn. And there are often different subtypes below that as well. So warm spring, cool summer, cool spring, muted spring, clear spring, bright spring. They all have a little bit of a different variation, but for the most part, your color analysis is going to lead you to similar results in colors. The first thing to identify is if you are warm or cool. One of the easiest ways that you can test this is, do you look better in gold jewelry? Then you're warm. Do you look better in silver jewelry? Then you're probably cool. And what are the features of your face? Are you more muted or are you more bright? Do your features really stick out and have a lot of contrast between your skin and your hair? Or does everything blend together really nicely? These are all the factors that are taken into a color season analysis and a lot more. So as an example, I am a warm spring, meaning that I am warm and I have a medium contrast. So colors that work best for my neutrals are creams, rich, warm browns, and rust colors. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she is a cool summer, and so she looks great in navies and grays and even dark cool greens, which I think are kind of a neutral. Now, obviously, you can wear whatever colors you want to wear, but doing a color analysis does bring you a lot of clarity. And the thing that I love about the color analysis is that it starts to bring uniformity in the colors that you wear in your wardrobe. So things do start to mix and match really well. I do have neutrals in my wardrobe, but they do lean toward the cream and the brown and the rust, which ends up meaning that a lot of my wardrobe starts to mix and match and work really well with each other because I'm operating off of that color palette. Best way to find out your neutrals is to do a color analysis. There are people that will do them in person and virtually. I offer virtual color analysis. So if it's something you're interested in, look in the description box and let's get connected. At the end of the day, neutrals will drive your wardrobe to success and they don't have to be boring at all.